All right, welcome into All Eyes on Cleveland on the Browns Film Breakdown Network. My name is Brad Ward. That's the one and only Casey Kinnamon next to me right there. Big Case Dog. What's happening, Case? Tell me
I
something
don't know,
good,
man. Been
brother.
a slow week. It's been boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
what's
do
going
we have anything to
on?
talk about tonight?
Is anything going on? Is anything going on, Case? I don't know. So, Todd Monken is the head coach of your Cleveland Browns.
Just like we all thought. Just
Yeah,
like we all had. Everybody had this. This is
yeah. Let me get this up there. All right. So, and then, yeah. So, I thought you said it pretty well off the stage that the Browns honey dicked the entire fan base.
all of us hoodwinked. We are bamboozled.
Yeah. The old yeah, so the they had us all, man. They had us all. They got, first I was excited about Udinsky, and then Shieldhouse, thought they were bringing him back on the plane. And then all the Schwartz fans thought they were going to get their way.
Yeah.
Guess what, motherfuckers? Nobody gets their way. Nobody's going to be happy because we're hiring Todd Monken.
I feel bad too because he's a good offensive mind. It's just like the weight of expectations, and
Listen, yeah, I've had some time to get away from this, so I actually feel better about it now.
Yeah. Same, but the process was shit. Like, let's call it what it is. Like, it ended in a destination that maybe no one saw coming. But there's, but no matter what though, he the man's 60 years old.
Which I don't think matters.
No, but I think the best case scenario in this situation is this is like a Bruce Arians type of run.
Yeah.
And then you could feel good about that, right? But
like
we were hoping for a
7,
10 to 15
years.
year run of, so we're not getting that. That's off the table. He's not going to be the Browns head coach until he's 75. But at the end of the day, man, he's a fantastic offensive mind. Can I say my favorite thing about him though?
About Monken?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's great. I've listened to a bunch of interviews since then.
He's an asshole. I love that. I love the fact that he can be an asshole.
I was just watching a clip where he was talking about players complaining about play calls.
Yeah.
He was like, shit, my wife hates my play calling or whatever he said.
He's an asshole. And I'm gonna need him to be a Bill Parcells level asshole. I'm gonna need that. And here's the thing: if nobody's happy about the hire, if they find someone who's super angry about it right now, all he's got to do is shit on Grossi first presser. He unites the fan base.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone.
He will too.
Hope he takes him to task right away. First dumbass question he gets asked, both barrels right at Grossi, unites the fan base.
I like his attitude.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, I was reading some quotes last night. He had at the what did he say? Oh, these were some quotes from when he was at the Georgia National Championship after he was with the Browns in 19. Mm-hmm. And they asked him about the Browns job, and he's like, I did a poor job with the talent we had there, blah, 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 blah. I just felt like he was so in the background. I don't even feel like he was here.
I was mad. I was mad that he wasn't able to do his job while he was here because he kept getting undermined by Freddie, and he was telling other coaches about it pregame. Yeah. We do a whole game plan, and this fucker just throws it away at the last minute.
Yeah,
and then you'd get these guys running shit they ain't ran all week. Like it was.
He was like,
but I think that his time here, he dealt with people, and then they made him easier to hire.
Yeah,
because they seen how he operates behind the scenes.
But he was like, he's like, all these people want me to talk about how it's a family. He's like, it's not a family. It's a business. If I do a shit job, you're going to fire me. I know that. He's like, I know that. He's like, my job is to score points. My job is to win games. And if I don't do that, you're going to shit on me and you're going to fire me and you're going to think I suck. And he goes, if I suck, I deserve to get fired. He was saying all this. He's very blunt.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm about winning. He's like, I'm about winning. That's what all that matters in the end. I'd rather be winning. I'd rather be winning in Alaska than losing in San Diego, was his exact quote. So
I'm in on that.
Yeah.
I'm in on that attitude. And I also think he's going to bring accountability, which breath of fresh air, because we have not had that. Accountability left the building a long time ago.
Here's my problem with it, and then I'll tell you why I'm okay with it at the same time. The process took them to Nate Scheelhaus. Ultimately.
Yeah.
AB's process in his group took them to Nate Scheelhaus.
Yeah.
I think they, on Monday morning, I believe with the bottom of my heart that they expected to come back on the plane with Nate on the plane. And they got out there and Jimmy got squirrely and Schwartz started throwing his weight around, right? Started leveraging shit and trying to play games. And they said, then they left without him. They left without a deal. And they came back and they kind of reconvened right back here. And ultimately, this feels like some sort of a fucked up compromise.
The compromise candidate. Yes.
This feels like a fucked up compromise.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And then ultimately, it's nobody's compromise because Schwartz walked out of the building, threw a temper tantrum and walked out. He got honey dick too. So, right? So not only did he get the fan base, but you got Schwartz as well. And and so here he is. No, I understand. So the process is bullshit, and I think Jimmy meddled the fuck out of this thing, and he fucked it up, right? He completely fucked it up. But in the end, when it comes down to whoever was able to get to him at the last minute and not let him make Schwartz the head coach. Because if Schwartz is your head coach, what is your offense? Who is going to be your offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Nobody wants that job.
Yeah.
Nobody on earth wants that job.
Yeah.
So the only way you bring in an offensive mind of any significance is as your head coach, and Todd Monken is that guy. So that is why I'm at least grateful that they landed where they did and not on Schwartz, because I think they would be thoroughly fucked if they landed on Schwartz. At least Monken gives them a chance to turn around the offense. Is he going to be a good head coach? I have no idea. Does it make anybody happy right now? Of course not. No, I didn't picture him as a head coach ever. I thought he was a long shot, not even a factor in this thing. Somehow he comes home with the prize. Because
of a bizarre ass tug of war.
In retrospect, as we step away from it, it's not that bad of a hire. It could be worse. And at least you can look for him to make some offensive change. I mean, the guy knows how to score points. He does. He knows how to coach. He knows how to coach offensive football.
Yeah. And you're not buying a philosophy. You're buying a guy who's very malleable. He was running the Air Coryell stuff in Tampa, the 7-step huck it, shuck it. That's not what he was doing in Georgia. It's damn sure not what he was doing in Baltimore. He adjusts to his player's skill set. So,
he does.
I feel good about that. That is something that you guys can look forward to.
Yeah, I think that, you got to think about this. It's a great point right here. And I didn't even think about that. That's a great point. With the amount of talking and stock that Jimmy puts into what Saban tells him, because they're buds, right?
Yeah.
They're tight. And so I didn't even think about that, but the amount of, leaning on Saban he does, I'm sure Saban was tooting Monken's horn the whole time.
Monken's a very well-respected coach within the profession. People come to him for advice all the time. He's, so. Yeah. And assholes like other assholes usually, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, So I like that about him. I like the edge that he brings. I think he'll hold people accountable. I think he brings maybe a little bit of a toughness, a roughness that this organization needs within their
Freaking
leader.
ass. Yeah.
Right now, he hasn't been a head coach since like 1930 with the when he was with
Southern Miss.
Southern Miss.
Yeah.
So, some of this will be new for him. But I mean, he's been around. He's been in like every locker room you could ever imagine.
Dude,
I mean,
he was under Lou Holtz at one point. Like,
right?
Dude,
he's a football lifer. He's seen every situation you could possibly. So in that way, like I guess he could do it. Like I don't think it's a terrible hire in the end. I think it sucks for Browns fans because like Shieldhouse feels like the Super Bowl prize after all of after this search. The most frustrating thing is that they fucked the search and that Jimmy fucked the search again.
Jimmy can't stay out of his own way. He takes that presser, how he's holding on to Andrew. He's going to let Andrew lead the search. Andrew goes and gets Telesco and Greer, and they get all these candidates. And then we get excited because we see the young guys that they're zeroing in on. And so we get our hopes up. Because I didn't have my hopes up 2 months ago. I loved Udinski, but I didn't think that was even an option. But then when they tell you it's an option, all of a sudden you're like, oh, the possibilities. You see what they're zeroing in on. And then, I want to talk about the Schwartz angle of this, though, because I see a lot of people are just pissed at him. I get it. This was his shot, though. Look, it's up to Jimmy to say, no, stop that. And then when he starts leaking shit about the organization and how they're giving tests and all that stuff, that's where that came from. And shout out to Jim Schwartz's agent, worked his ass off this week. That dude, it was nonstop. They had counter punches for everything that was happening. It was just like it slowed the process up. But this was Jim's shot. So, like, I get trying, but at some point you got to tell him step down. And then obviously he was promised something at some point because he pulled a Cuban B, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool on the way out. Like,
yeah,
it was a wild week for Jim Schwartz, man.
I did not expect that at all.
I thought it was almost like a courtesy they gave him the interview. I didn't think it was like
audio is messed up. Hang on one second.
You're good. I'll pontificate in the meanwhile.
There we go. All right. So we aren't the only ones who didn't hire Shieldhouse. I would just say that about the hiring the young guys, I felt like the Browns were in a situation where you could roll the dice on a young guy before these other teams, right? Like this was your chance to be ahead. Like next cycle, those guys are going to be up on a pillar and teams are going to want them even more.
Yes.
This was your chance to be ahead of everybody. And you could do that because the expectations aren't massive next year, right?
You're not win right now or go home. Yeah.
So that's why this felt like an opportune time to go young. And I mean, obviously Udinski would have been my pick from the start.
Same,
but like I was fine with Shieldhouse too, because
absolutely,
if he was impressive enough to be right there with Udinski, then he's doing something right.
Yeah, he's also a rocket ship. He's only been in the league 2 years, but his work at Iowa State, you know what I mean? It speaks for itself. So he'll be the guy within the next 2 years. He'll be the belle of the ball when a coaching cycle comes around.
This feels like it was Jimmy. Like, what flaws this thing from the beginning is just the Schwartz aspect at all. Like, where you're trying to attach him to everybody in the search.
What was your fear? You brought that up weeks ago. You're like, do you think they're going to try to force Schwartz? And I was like, I wouldn't think so. It's exactly how it went down. That is exactly what happened.
Would you take Schwartz? And then, like, in the end,
I also think that's why they went to Monken, because Monken did say he would do it.
He's open to Schwartz. I think so too. Like, this was the best of both worlds, but Schwartz was like, fuck it.
Deuces.
He had put everything into this, dude. Yeah. His agent was working his ass off.
Dude. I don't know who that dude is, but
this was his second shot, right? And he was all in on. He had the players leveraging thoughts to the owner, like allegedly, right? The players were coming in.
All this is
stuff,
allegedly, but
alleged.
Yeah.
I believe it, but
oh man, come on. There was two. They had counter punches for every maneuver. It was. I do have a question for you or the chat. Maybe you can answer because I know Baltimore requested an interview and the Browns granted, said that Schwartz could go interview for Baltimore. Did he actually go do that? Did that get executed? Did he ever interview with Baltimore? Because I don't know. I never remember seeing like we've now completed our interview with.
Yeah, he did. He did. He's under contract is the problem.
Yeah. Well, it's a problem for him.
And nobody's hiring him as a head coach. So
no. Yeah, he would have to get defensive coordinator / assistant head coach to even be able to make that maneuver. Unless they just granted it and said
requires a sign off. Like I don't care though. I know a lot of people are like, no, we can't let Schwartz go. Like
you can't keep that power struggle. You can't keep a problem before it even, you know what I mean? Like who wants to come into a power struggle immediately?
Nobody. Fuck him.
Nobody.
If he wants to walk out, fuck him. And you know what? It's not that hard to run fucking single high man-to-man and let Myles Garrett and guys blitz out of the wide 9.
Well, that was always my beef, man. He's not elevating the personnel. He leans into what they do, granted, but it's not like the scheme's the difference.
He's not I mean, he has gotten more eccentric, but like,
yeah,
he is not even close to like half of the freaking league, is what they do as far as disguise and stuff like that. I remember the Joe Woods years. Just because Joe Woods sucked doesn't mean that every other defensive coordinator in the world sucks. Like, I would be fine. Like, you're telling me that some young hotshot defensive coordinator doesn't want to come coach this defense? You're telling me they won't just hire Ephraim Banda or Tarver? I think that's months ago, man. I think they would go Banda or Tarver.
Well, I pray that they're in consideration, but here's the thing. Monken, tons of connections.
He's gone.
Tons of connections. So I'm not worried.
They can't leave with them. World's fastest. I know that's you. You can't leave with him. They can't leave with him. He's gone. They're going to try to get him back.
Jimmy can't stay out of his own way, brother. He cannot do it. The second he started leaking information about the organization to make them look foolish during this whole thing, that's game, set, match, pack your fucking bags. Anthony,
what about what's the guys from Atlanta's name? The head coach that got fired in Atlanta?
Raheem Morris.
Yeah, let's bring Raheem Morris in to coach his defense. You're going to tell me he can't do as good a job as fucking Jim Schwartz?
One name, and Jacob floated this to me earlier. Chuck Pagano is a defensive analyst for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd take Chuck Pagano. I would take that. That's that attitude right there and that personnel.
Yeah. So I'm not, I'm not losing sleep over Schwartz. Hold on. You can't spin this one for me. They downgraded on head coach hire to keep Schwartz and lost him anyway.
The process was an utter failure. Sure. No one stuck up for the process at any point during this conversation. Sure. The process was
not spinning that at all. Been saying that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. So I'm not spinning that at all. What I'm saying is that at least they were smart enough to hire the offensive mind instead of giving in to Schwartz, because I would love to see what his plan for the offensive side of the ball was. It had to be shit, or else, because if it was anything decent, like, he would have sold them on that, and they would have been like, okay. But he couldn't even Schwartz couldn't sell him on what he was bringing to the offensive side of the ball, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it had to be shit. I'm telling you, you would have gotten absolutely nobody to want this job unless they were the head coach. Knowing that, Monken makes the most sense. Because he will change the offense. He will give them a chance. Yeah. He will develop quarterbacks. He could make them a good offense. He could be a good damn head coach. It could be the higher, we don't know. But, I'm just saying that it's frustrating as shit when the process goes to hell.
Yeah.
Because your owner is an idiot.
And if you'd have asked us a week ago about the process, like, yeah, it's going well. We're targeting up and coming offensive minds. They're being innovative. They're open to, then it was like, it just zeroed in, and it was Schwartz or
go ahead. Sure. You can say I'm downplaying his impact, but like he's a good coach. I like Schwartz. If he stays, fantastic, but you're not going to convince me that like what he did here, it's an uber talented group. It is. Mm-hmm. It just is. I guarantee you can find another coach to come in. Not only that, but like Schwartz has his flaws, man. This amazing defense has never traveled on the road well. They've got their ass kicked on the road all the time. They always give up big plays at the most important part of the game. They've never figured out the jet sweep. They've good offensive coordinators have taken that defense apart the past.
He does well against Shanahan tree guys.
That's it. I mean, well, he does better than that, but it's a good defense. But I'm just saying, like, they have problems. They're not perfect.
There's no in-game adjustments. We've talked about all this stuff. This isn't
not a good in-game. Yeah,
he's got a fastball, but when that's not working, sometimes it'll be a struggle. And on the road, they can never figure that out. I don't know, man. It's like you give a chef the best ingredients. I do expect a decent meal. Like that's the way it goes. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to like. It's excellent personnel outside of the ball. Of all the outside of Buffalo, I'd say outside of Buffalo, if you were to rank all the units that are available to new coaches coming in, the Browns defense is up there with anybody. Like that's
gotta be
the most attractive unit that was to a new head coach. So I don't think you're having trouble filling that role. I just don't believe it.
I don't think so at all. And they may do it internally, honestly, because
I would take Carver or Banda in a heartbeat, dude.
Yeah.
And roll.
Yeah. They know the personnel. They know, I think Banda's a damn good coach. He got an interview from somebody to be a DC. Was that San Francisco?
Was it Dallas?
Dallas, maybe.
For some reason, I think it was Dallas. I could be wrong. It's been a week, man.
I'll listen to that, but it depends on the name. If you can get a star to come in here, or like a well, Monken's gonna know guys that know ball on the defensive side, and
he's been coaching for 37 years. My man's got connects.
He's got connections, yeah. So he's already hired his offensive line coach, Coach Warhop.
Cool name. I like the name.
Yeah, I don't know, mixed feelings out of Baltimore from Baltimore fans, but that's how it always is.
Yeah. Well, and some of those stats are misleading. They're like they were 7th in the league, and it's like because there's only 5 good offensive lines. Like everyone else is figuring it out, brother. Like everyone else is scheming around a bad player here or there.
Yeah. Warhop has spent more than 4 decades coaching football, primarily as an offensive line coach, college and NFL. His early career college stops at Kansas, Vanderbilt, New Mexico, SMU, Boston College, along with a stint with the London Monarchs. He entered the NFL in 1996. Offensive line coach of the Rams, Cardinals, Cowboys, 49ers, the Browns, 2009 through 2013. The Buccaneers, Jaguars, Texans, and Ravens. Probably Buccaneers with Monken, huh?
It would probably line up, yeah.
Warhop previously served as the Browns offensive line coach, for 4 years. A period that was with Joe Thomas and Alex Mack, and they were a good offensive line.
Yeah. Mitchell Schwartz.
Yeah, it's like an all-out battle now for the
Ravens coaching staff.
Because of Harbaugh and Monken, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got this other guy. They asked him in for I don't know anything about this guy, Danny Breyer, for pass game coordinator interview.
Yeah, I saw his picture. That's the extent of what I know about that man.
That I couldn't even find a picture for him on the entire Getty database. They're bringing
I just saw the one they put out publicly when he.
it's shocking that you can't find one picture of this guy.
Yeah.
That's how unknown he is.
I'm all for pilfering that coaching staff.
Yeah.
Let's pick the bones.
Let's think about this. 9 coaching staffs are in flux. 9? There's got to be guys all over the league right now looking for work. This guy has coached in the league for 30 years or been around football for 30 years. You're telling me he can't like pick a nice little staff out? We'll see.
That's the thing, man, is like, and I said this earlier today, but it being clouded in the judgment of like, okay, the process was shit. You landed on a very good offensive mind. I'm judging him on what he does now. And the first thing that he can do is put together a staff. Let's do that. Start there,
Yeah.
And I there's no way you've been around football 37 years and you can't fill out a staff.
Well, he started with addition by subtraction.
Hey.
Good riddance, bitch. What's his name? What's his nuts? Is a Ram. What's his name?
Yeah, Ventrone. They fired 3 coordinators last year. They went through 3 special teams coordinators last year, and then they bring in Bubba Ventrone to fix it.
Yep.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah. I can't believe it.
Does game tape not exist? Like, did you not go over what he's been doing?
Like, did they do no work on the job that he did this year?
They're
like, oh, Bubba Ventrone. Yeah, remember him? Let's give him a shot. He has a good reputation before he went to the Browns.
He got worse every year. It was okay when he first got here, and it got worse. And then this year was just atrocious. Like,
it was god awful. He deserved to get fired mid-season.
I longed for Chris Tabor.
Yeah. Who is still in the league, I believe.
For sure he's still in the league.
Where is he?
I don't even know, but I know he's in the league. I'm Dallas.
I think he's in San Francisco, maybe.
San Francisco? Cool. I know he's in the league. It's Chris Tabor. That dude lasted 5 Browns head coaches.
Dude, what the fuck is going on with my... Hold on a second. You're cutting out on me. It's my fault. I'll be right back.
All right. He's still here. He's playing with me.
I am playing. Hold on.
Hey, welcome to All Eyes on Case. Guys, I'm proud of all of us for making it through that. That was a fucking weird week. Had us all watching planes. Like, all these leaks were coming left and right. You almost spike the ball because you hear it's a done deal, and then it goes away. Thank you for coming to All Eyes on Case. Back to your
regular good show. No, did the Rams blow their process with Bubba? There is no process for that. They just pick a guy. I don't think. I mean, they can have a process, but I doubt you don't have to. For special teams, you don't have to abide by the Rooney Rule, do you?
No, not special teams. But the Browns had to grant permission, obviously, because he was not. He was also the assistant head coach, mind you, because that's how we got him from Indy, because it couldn't be a lateral move.
Yeah, 31st in special teams, and
the chat's all split. They're like Tabor in Miami, Tabor's in Buffalo. Tabor coaches.
It might be Buffalo. Yeah,
Tabor's in all 32 cities. His Tabor's been cloned, and he coaches every special teams in the NFL.
Yeah, he was a good player. There's no doubt about that. But he came here, and this year was just one of the worst. I don't know how you screw up special teams that bad, Case.
Yeah, I don't know either. It was consistent. It was like coverage units. You just knew that every game there was going to be at least a 30-yard return every game. It was going to come when you needed it to happen the least. When you had to get a stop.
Here's my question. Yeah, Bjorquez was terrible. He
got hurt early in the season, and I don't think he ever recovered.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'll listen to that. Maybe.
Well, he definitely got hurt. I just don't know, because he was great last year. But we have this. How many times we've had this? Yeah. Scottish Hammer was great one year.
Yeah.
And then it just went away.
It's a fickle. It's a fickle man's game. Something like that. I don't know if that I said that right. But so Monken in consuming as much Monken as I can, with the rest of my life going on in the last 24 or 48 hours. He's very funny. He is an asshole, and I think that Cleveland people will like him once they get to know him more, because he's so blunt. He's funny. He's an asshole. People will like him, I think. Do you disagree?
No, but winning has to come with it, or it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, like,
his attitude, the way I'm telling you, dude, if he shits on Grossi, it will unite the fan base. They'll all be behind it.
Is this the question? You good, Brad? Is he asking me? Does something seem wrong?
Maybe because you had to leave for a second and come back, and they were at my mercy for 30 seconds.
It's audio. So, like, if somebody calls while I'm on screen, it, like, does this weird thing to my audio where it cuts it in and out, like, every 30 seconds. So I can only hear, like, part of what Case was saying.
Lucky you. They had to hear all of it.
Yeah, he doesn't care who likes him. That's the best thing about Monken. He don't give a shit. Yeah. Right?
A little bit of Parcells to him, brother. I'm here for it.
No, that out. Come on. That would be the worst flex ever. Oh, somebody called my phone. It was my wife or a bill collector. I promise you that. The only two people that call my phone. All right. Let's see. I wanted to ask you a question. Oh, so he talks a ton about he's been talking a ton about quarterback, or if you just go back, he believes very strongly in an athletic quarterback that can make plays off schedule. I mean, it's like one of his key principles since he's become an analytics guy, which is the other part of this that I didn't see coming in. I didn't know about him. He's huge into the analytics stuff. He loves it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that, but he is.
Yeah, the gruff voice, the demeanor, but no, he leans into
it. He loves it. So, loves the dual threat QBs. One guy.
Malik Willis,
please. That's what I'm saying. But, like, all I heard all day today was Deshaun Watson.
Cool story.
Please, there's no way, right? There's no way that, like, let me ask you this. Is it plausible that during the interviews he said that he can work with Deshaun Watson?
Is it possible? Yeah, it is possible. It seems implausible, but it's definitely possible that was a question during the interview, and he probably thinks he could get something out of him.
Did we learn this? Is this true? I didn't miss this if this was made a fact, that Shedeur was a major focus of the head coaching search. I don't think that's true.
I didn't hear that, but that doesn't, I don't, I mean, I did not hear that.
I have not.
He's on the roster, so that's also a question, and there was the fact that Baltimore was into Shedeur during the draft. Was Monken a driving force behind that? We don't know. Maybe he was.
Yeah, it's possible that he likes him, and he also was recruited to Georgia when he was there.
So, yeah. I mean, that's possibly in the cards.
He might like him.
We'll find out through their actions. That's what I'll say.
He might. Listen, he loves to push it down the field. He loves explosives. He lives in that world. He will not handy, like the stuff that Kevin was doing where he was putting training wheels on guys. That's not Monken's world.
Mm-mm.
He wants you to cook it down the field, right?
Yeah.
And so, I think that Malik Willis is in. I just got to say, like, he is the perfect quarterback for him.
From your mouth to God's ears.
But
I do have
like,
a question, and it's kind of popping up in the chat. So I need to ask you: do you think Mary Kay Cabot's first question will be about Watson or Shador? It's going to be about one of those two. I'll die on that. Who does she ask about first?
Shador, and then Watson.
Okay.
That's all. That's where she has. That's where she's plugged in.
Those two things are going to happen right away as soon as she gets a mic.
That's where she's plugged in. Albert Breer mentioned that Shador was the subject of one of the 6 questions on the questionnaire that mentioned 3 players. Okay. Very good information. Thank you for sharing. Schwartz. Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call, Kramer.
I don't think Schwartz it will be our first. It'll get asked for sure, but I don't think it'll be a first. I think it'll be Watson or
when Shador. Is the presser?
Well, it was Friday at the earliest, but it depends on how fast the staff comes together. They want the staff to be assembled before the presser, so probably Monday.
Oh, good.
But it could be as early as tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But
there's no need to rush it. They need to be at the Senior Bowl.
Yes, amen.
Like, do we have people? I'm sure we do.
We have people in the personnel department, obviously, because they were retained for now. We'll see how that goes. But when you keep your GM, you usually keep your personnel staff.
Does let me ask you this: take everything else out of our dream. Obviously, we wish Malik Willis would be the guy here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does Monken make you feel better about potentially Shador?
Yeah, he made Stetson Bennett look tolerable, man. He's very malleable, man. He's not going to locked into one thing. He's going to do what works. Yeah. So
he kind of does me better too.
Still,
he makes me feel better just about the direction of the offense as a whole. Boom. I mean, he's a better play caller, offensive, like constructing offenses. He's better than Stefanski was, I think.
Yeah, I know. I think because Stefanski's too locked into his principles, too locked into his own guardrails that he sets up for himself, where Monken is not inhibited by that. Like I feel like, and this is just my bar, people's may vary. I think you're going to score 20 points a game, which could be a game changer for this defense. Just having a team that can put up 20, by hook or by crook. It could be more, but I think that's my expectation. This is a team that can score 20 points game in, game out.
Chris, why all the hype on Malik Willis? Because he's fantastic.
His skill set.
He's amazing. He also balled the fuck out this year, and in all of his opportunities, basically every opportunity he had in Green Bay, he balled the fuck out.
Yeah. Can we answer Pat's question there? You just put up there.
I'm not a card-carrying Shadorian. He should get an evaluation.
If he earns it. If he goes out there and he's put in the work, then yes, then you should see what he has.
Well, that depends. If Malik Willis is available, you're going to give him money that makes him the starter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are intrigued by someone like that enough, then no, he won't get another shot here. He'll get a shot someplace else.
Yeah. Or if Malik gets hurt, whatever. He's still going to be on the roster for a little while.
I don't see him as a backup here. I think if you bring in Malik, you're trading him.
I think Monken coming in might change that aspect a little more than I was thinking beforehand.
What do you mean?
I don't think the noise is going to be a big deal to Monken. I don't know.
He also might not put up with the noise.
True. Yeah, it could go either way. I don't know. It's
Shador's if you don't think the long-term answer quarterback, then you have to trade or release him. That's just him. Yeah, but I don't think yet. I think he could be like a league average quarterback at some point in his career. How long it takes him to get there, things like that, the surrounding cast all matter. But I think Malik Willis is about 4 times the player he is right now.
Yeah. I don't think that's arguable, but some people might. Obviously, I know the people that would take exception there.
Well,
Branch Shadorians.
Pretty clear to me.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would give him 25 and for
24-9 preferable to me, but I get it. But I get it.
I would give him the 25 for 2 years and or 25 a year, 50 for 2 years, 35 guaranteed, and
we'll buy 2 shirts for the chat.
And and then draft you know, draft Tyson's brother at the top of the draft or something like that. Whoever you like up there. You can't. I think they would. You're gonna.
Well, and this also, that is a good point that you just made, because Monken is a believer in the wide receiver position. He will be pushing, so that number 6 pick leans more wide receiver now than it did before, for sure. Yeah. He was trying to trade up to get JSN. Yeah. When he was in Baltimore, he pushed for Zay Flowers, and Zay Flowers was a massive part of that offense. So he definitely values that.
Kelly, no offense, but if you're not impressed with Malik Willis, I don't know what you were watching. How could he be more impressive?
You've seen him play in Tennessee.
If you saw Tennessee Malik Willis, that's fine. But if you watched him this year, I don't know how you could not be unbelievably impressed. I mean, if you watch some of the film breakdowns of his game, I mean, elite throw after running play, after changing call. I mean, he's fantastic.
Yeah. Probably the fastest quarterback in the league, too.
He was absolutely filthy this year. I don't know how you couldn't be.
Yeah, he's a starting quarterback.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. 5-game sample size, I still a starting quarterback. Pat, I'm sorry I did.
Yeah, 156 pass attempts. I get it. That's the only thing that's keeping him from making 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the play on the field's there, man.
You can say it's too small of a sample size, but you can't say that you weren't impressed. I mean, you can, but I don't know what you were watching then. But those are two different things. Too small of a sample size and saying you weren't impressed are two entirely different arguments, right?
To me, it is. I don't know, man. When he was on the field, anytime he's been in Green Bay, he's been amazing. He looked great.
Remarkable.
There was no drop off from Jordan Love to Malik Willis.
There was none.
None.
There was none. Mm-hmm. In fact, they maybe looked more potent.
It looks scarier.
With Malik at times.
It looks scarier
because of the way that he can run. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And a howitzer. He's got a cannon, man.
So,
I mean, he was coming from Liberty. The fact that there wasn't expected to be a learning curve from a kid coming from Liberty, like, there's levels to this thing. And he got in a pro quarterback room with LaFleur, and he flourished, man.
Yeah. The detractors are going to say small sample size, all that stuff.
That's what makes
start more than one game, did he not? Didn't he start like 5 games for Green Bay?
I do believe that is the number.
So, he did. He put it right in the turkey hole when needed, on command.
Hell of a call back, Kramer.
Great job, Kramer.
You're winning the chat tonight so far.
I heard the turkey hole. Yeah, the
Monken loves a turkey hole shot, for the record.
Malik LaFleur, both Kramer boys in here.
Look at
turkey holing it up.
I made a movie about this. Kramer versus Kramer.
Willis will end up in Miami. Yeah, it's possible.
Maybe that's very possible. They
have a full-on campaign to get him already. Have you seen? They've got the mock-ups with him in the black Dolphins jersey.
That they'll never wear.
They've got the GM from Green Bay. Now they've got Halfley, which, by the way, would be a complete dud of a hire, in my opinion, if I was a fan of a team.
It's just, to me, it was like they're the team who's being sued because of the Rooney thing anyway. Yet they did the sham interviews real quick just to hire the whitest looking guy in America. Like, Halfley, that flat top is like, that is level.
Why would the Browns?
Because we need a starting quarterback.
Because we need a good quarterback, better than what we have.
Boom.
Yeah. and he makes you competitive right away, I think. And he doesn't take draft assets to get it. It's just money.
Yes, he's dynamic. He's a dynamic athlete. Like I'm all about that as a quarterback, and so is Todd Monken, for the record. So
yeah, he is. And if you did it, I mean, you could structure the contract so the money doesn't even really impact you until Deshaun's off the books.
Oh, man. Just winning all over the place.
You could, and really, that's why you should be willing to outspend to a certain point. I know they are very strict about like
that's a position that
a player.
Obviously, they're not too strict. They gave a dude $250 million.
Right. But that's the position where you go, right? Where if you believe, you go. So, yeah, I think I've been saying this the whole time, Pat. This is why we have the bet in place that he will get bid up. He will get paid like a starter. And if you haven't heard, me and Case have a bet. I have bet already that he will get average per year over 25. Case says under 25. 25 even as a push. But yeah. Yeah, the RPO game with Willis, Judkins, Fannin, add a wide receiver. Dude.
We need to go back a second. Harold Fannin is going to eat with Todd Monken. That is going to be when we talk about like his usage of tight ends is well documented. So, and I just think no,
not spam. It's
never
for a t-shirt.
Again. I did it
for anybody that's in the chat on the night that it happens.
I did the damn thing. I'm not doing it again.
And if it's 25, then we each have to buy somebody a t-shirt.
Yep. So you guys win no matter what.
You guys win no matter what.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. We appreciate you. Greatest chat in all the land. I had to cut a trailer. I wonder if I can pull the trailer up on here. I had to do a trailer for the show because it's going back up on the podcast feed. Can I pull it up, you think?
I mean, I believe you could. We're going to find out, though, if it feels like.
It's not an audio file. It's just an audio file, though. Oh, I know how to do this.
Kramer, I see you trying to goat me in the chat. I'm not doing it.
What's he trying to goat you into?
My buddy that lives next door will win.
Who?
I don't know.
What's he talking about?
We did a giveaway, and a dude that I know that lives 500 miles from me won, and it was
500 miles.
And you picked him. And you picked him. I didn't pick him.
I picked him. Yeah.
But somehow it was me that. Was skewed,
so
whatever.
He thinks it's a sham.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. He's questioning your integrity, Brad. Because I didn't pick the
Will he want Linderbaum? Yeah.
Yeah, the likely one's weird to me because you already have Fannin. It's like, do you want two tight ends that don't primarily block? And you're going to pay the second one when you don't have to pay Fannin?
It's an inside job sham contest. You guys are terrible. That's our own money out of our own pockets. And you guys are calling it a sham.
For the love of the chat. For the love of the game.
Man, brutal. It's a brutal game out here. I got somebody coming after me on Twitter today for talking over Jake on the other podcast. It's a rough game out here. He's like, hey, you ruined the second half of the podcast because I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I apologize. Just keep my goddamn mouth shut. You know?
I'm terrible at it.
I know I'm fucking not the star of that show. I should just be quiet. What I think I can find it here. I wanted to play it if I could. Did you hear it?
Yes, sir.
You did.
You played it for me last week.
You didn't hear it edited though.
No. I heard the
here it is.
Long format.
Let's see if we can get it going here. All right, so this is the trailer, if it loads. Because I guess apparently you have to have a trailer now for these RSS feeds. So, all right, here we go. Tell me if you can hear this. What's good, Cleveland? Welcome to All I... Can you hear it? All right.
Yes, sir. Rock.
Let me turn it up a little bit. Is this it? Volume? Cleveland, the interactive, lively, fun, passionate Browns podcast that you're looking for. I started All Eyes on Cleveland in 2013 and it has been active in some iteration since then. But it didn't really become what it is today until Casey Kinnamon and Josh Keatley and Dr. Jesse Morse started visiting the show on the regular, creating a regular group of reoccurring guests that felt right for the direction of the show. Casey became my partner, my thought partner, if you will, in this endeavor. And together and with you, we have created some of the best hilarious, passionate, real, authentic Browns chat, live sessions, podcasts that I can find in this market that has oh so many of them. So we invite you to join us at All Eyes on Cleveland podcast to get in the chat with the greatest chat in all the land and to get in on something that I know Casey is very proud of what it's become. All Eyes on Cleveland, a Cleveland Browns podcast on the Browns Film Breakdown Network. What's good, Cleveland? Welcome to All Eyes on Cleveland. Not again. Stop. Interactive, live. All right.
Which one of you fuckers is cutting onions?
That was good, right?
Yeah, man, it's us.
Yeah. Thought partner. Had to throw it in there. Jeff says he is great. That's true. Aaron's laughing.
Mighty Mouse. Here he comes to save the day.
Yep. Later, Phil. So yeah, that's where we're at, folks. This is where we are. Todd Monken. The Todd Monken era has begun. Any other thoughts on Todd?
We covered it, man, but I just want to stress, we don't know what he's going to be like as a head coach because we've never seen that. But he is a fantastic offensive mind. He doesn't take shit. And I feel like you're going to have a different brand of football with someone with his attitude. I think that's going to carry. I think there's going to be accountability. I think so. From a perspective of when you get out of a relationship, you usually go towards something the opposite in the next relationship. This is the opposite of Kevin. We're going to offensively, you're going to have a direction, and it's not locked into one thing. And then I think attitude-wise, there's going to be accountability, and I do believe that the players are going to rally around a coach that doesn't take shit.
I agree. Good stuff, Chris. I agree. I hope so, man. I hope you're right. Listen, I'm glad that people have come with an open mind to this because it's very easy to be down on this process because the process was dog shit. Yes. So at least, though, that, this is why you are the greatest chat in all the land is because you guys understand that even though the process was dog shit and that Jimmy meddled, they somehow landed on a guy that can make an impact on the offensive side of the ball. And that's like, I don't think they need to land their home run head coach hire here, but can he make real change on the offense? Yes. And that's the most important thing for this season and next. So here's where we are. Let's see what he is as a head coach.
And I think you touched on it, and I just kind of want to reiterate, I get initially this is an underwhelming hire initially, just from the second it's announced, what? But I think a lot of people have come around to where we're at. You know what I mean? He might be the thing you need right now. So while it's not the sexy pick and it's not the young up and comer, this is a guy well deserving of this opportunity. He's been waiting for this opportunity, so I expect him to make the most of it.
Agreed. Best thing about Monken is he's more players than plays. He is. Well said. He will adapt weekly. he will change what he does. He wins a lot by formation. He will try to make it easy on the quarterback as far as exposing things, he tries to win with space, and he wants to create explosives. He uses the run game more as a weapon than he does to punish teams that want to get in different formations than he does like an identity. So it won't be like it was before run game wise. He's not afraid to use it, but I think he wants to create light boxes and then punish you with the run game. So, which is refreshing because we had Stefanski running, guys into motion into the box, bringing more players into the box and then running right into it. Yeah. Let's invite everybody in here and run right at them. So
your playmakers will get the ball in Todd Monken's offense. That is what will happen.
True that. Sponsored by Kleenex.
Well, the coaching search was brought to you by Dude Wipes.
Yeah, Dude Wipes. Brought to you by KY Honey Dick Gel. The Browns honey dicking everybody with their coach search. But hey, we will live on. Case TV.
I'm on episode 6 of season 2 of the startup. I've blazed through several.
You're cruising through.
I've seen some crazy things. Some things that I felt one was coming. I just didn't think it was coming as soon as it did. I figured someone was going to test 2E before too long, and I went quick. I just seen the scene with the Russians in the woods, Phil Rusk. I've seen some things. So yeah, locked and loaded,
isn't it?
And I got a snowstorm coming, people. I don't know. The Carolinas are about to get hit again, so I might be able to get into season 3 by the next time we talk.
We should have some offense now, kid. You're right.
20, baby. Just give me 20 right now. We can build from there.
Yeah. So good. I'm glad do you rated it? How do you rate it as a show? Is it up there?
Oh, dude, the writing's phenomenal. And I'll say this, the difference between season 1 cinematography and season 2 striking, you can tell some people saw it and was like, put some more money behind it.
Into it.
You know what I mean? Because some of those shots, man, like when, spoiler, when he finds his dad in Panama, that shot, dude, that's epic. Like that was a phenomenal shot. So it's top tier. I'm glad you put me onto it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sad when it's over.
Yeah. It's really good. Check it out. Start up on Netflix. Nobody watches it. Although I told him to, except for Casey, because he's my dog and he listens so he gets to enjoy it thoroughly. I think Jeff was watching it or somebody.
It's a banger, man. It's a good show.
He says if you like Game of Thrones, the new show is great. I did like Game of Thrones, the original. I did not like the second one.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into this one. I know that it's on. The thing that I'm going to watch on HBO Max first is One Battle After Another.
Yep.
The movie.
100%.
That's something I have to see. Amazing. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. I'm a Paul Thomas Anderson fan. Obviously, Leo can act. Benicio's dope.
There's something else coming out on HBO that looks really good. Something else with so good. Okay. Good. One Battle After Another. Yeah, I got to watch that too. It's on HBO now, right?
Well, it's on HBO right now. It's on HBO Max right now. So that is something I'm watching. If the snowstorm comes and I don't lose power, these things are going to happen. That's my first movie to watch, though, and I'm going to knock out more episodes.
PTA?
Paul Thomas Anderson. The director of critically acclaimed movies such as Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood.
What's up, Charlie Chuck? The great thing about being late on YouTube is you can just hit rewind and watch it all over again. Interesting that Kevin didn't bring Bubba to her. No, I don't find it. I think it's smart. What kind of idiot would bring Bubba with him? Although he is an idiot. Somewhat, Kevin, I think.
Well, we're going to find out a lot because a lot of the excuses were like, well, he didn't have the personnel. Well, you do now. So What are you going to do in Atlanta? And guess what, boys? We get to find out because we play them.
Yep.
In Cleveland.
Can't wait till Monken outcoaches his ass.
Monk around and find out.
Yep. You know it.
Print the shirts.
Yeah, Bubba hired to the Rams, which is mind-boggling that they did not do more research on the job to do this.
Their special teams was their Achilles heel this year, and it's like, yeah, that's your move to fix it.
It literally cost them a trip to the fucking Super Bowl.
I'm saying, and that it was all season. They fired multiple people to get to that point and still suck. It's like, so you're going to hire that guy?
Didn't he do that in the first playoff game too? Didn't he muff the punt returner? Yeah. Same guy. So then they started sending Kyron out there. But like I knew he was gonna muff one. He almost muffed like the first two that same game. Every catch he made was an adventure.
Yep. I know about it. I'm over it. The Rams are not. They love it. They want more of it. So they made the right hire for them.
Has had a unit that is worse each year. Is that right? I can't believe that's true.
No, because they were ranked stops. 4th in pass block win rate this year and 7th in run. He's been coaching for too long for that to be true. Then
it's true. The agents are just running wild,
dude. It's exhausting. I can't. It's exhausting.
I can't. You don't know who to believe or what to.
You can't. That's what I was. Here's the thing too, because like. NFL insiders are professional snitches. That's what they are.
They are.
That's all they're doing. And in any other walk of life, I wouldn't respect it, but they clean up. NFL, those snitches, buddy. They're, backstabbing each other.
Crazy world, man. All right, so stay tuned for the Schwartz, the Schwartz stuff. But, no sweat off my back if he's gone. Seriously. And I apologize to those of you that love him, and I like him too. I like him. I think him and Monken would make a great curmudgeon-y coaching pair. So I hope he comes back. But if he's going to be a bitch about it, which in my opinion he kind of has already, then good riddance, I'm not begging. It ain't that hard, bruh.
As soon as you start leaking information about the organization, like that's it. Like that's... For me, that's you just sealed your fate.
Dude, he played all his cards.
Yes.
Everything.
He couldn't stop. And I get it. He wanted to be head coach, but there's a point of sabotage that I can't deal with. I get everything else you did.
Do you realize that your owner, the organization's owner, gutted the entire search because he wants to keep you around and then you storm off? Like, at least realize, like, what's going on. Have some perspective.
They would have upped his pay. Jimmy would have thrown money at it to keep him, for sure.
They will. They're probably trying to do it right now.
Yeah. But after
Jimmy's probably banging on his door and throwing, piles of cash through the windows. Please, Jimmy.
I can't say my theory on here, but I'll tell you off air, Brad.
Say it on here.
No, I can't. I really can't say it on here.
Okay.
I can't.
All right.
It's strong,
right, guys.
I have a strong theory of what's really happening behind the scenes.
Oh, Lord. It's that bad?
Yeah. It is.
Okay. Yeah, Jimmy's dancing for dollars. Fucking just throwing bags of cash, driving by and throwing bags of cash on Schwartz's front lawn. All right, we're out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Don't get honey-dicked. Don't do it. Just be ready. We know now. We know better. All right.
We were rusty. We haven't had a new coach search in forever. We were rusty. We used to be used to this every other year.
Where we were. Jimmy, how can we get him? Last thought. We've got to get him further removed from the
I don't know. He said Andrew Berry's going to lead the coaching search and then nothing.
And then he hijacked the whole thing. So you've got to have a president of I heard somebody say Ozzie Newsome, but it's not going to be Ozzie Newsome.
Another buffer.
But like what the Falcons did with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I agree.
You need a former player or somebody, just put somebody in there that knows ball above him and Barry. And you need like 3 degrees of separation that like you can say, Jimmy, calm the fuck down and let us do the process. Like you need more than one. He's too close with like he controls Barry like a puppet.
I know.
So you've got to get another degree of separation. You need a president of football ops, then Barry, then his staff, then the head coach, and they should report in that order. Like none of this, everybody reports to the owner bullshit. No, there's a hierarchy. That's how it works. Anyways.
Jimmy just needs to be the pockets and sit back and rake in the ridiculous profit and shut the fuck up. Enjoy your money.
He has not changed, kid. I'm sorry. He just hijacked the entire coaching search. What are we talking about here?
I would love to have thought that he had changed. And if you'd asked me 2 years ago, I was like, yeah, he's been quieter. He knows his role, but then we saw what happened this week.
Joe Thomas, if he wasn't down there dick riding Stefanski for a job, he could come up here and get a job, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know why they have never offered it to him. So
I don't know. I don't know why he's down there doing that with Stefanski. Why does he want to go coach for Stefanski now that he's not in Cleveland? Explain that to me.
Couldn't tell you, man. It's weird.
All right. I got to get out of here. All right. All eyes on Cleveland. Love you guys. Best chat in all the land. We'll get through. As bad as the process is, there's a gleam. There's a gleam.
Damn.
Right?
That's the ending right there.
There's a gleam. And with that, for Casey Kinnamon, I'm Brad Ward. We are out.